Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Lolo Moon, and this is your May 10th reading. Happy Mercury retrograde. It starts today and it goes until June 2nd. And I mentioned yesterday, just, a heads up, right? That, typically there are communication errors and breakdowns, and people get things kind of misconstrued and struggle to understand like the context of things that other people say. And it's very important to try to be very clear about what your intention is and your motives are, and try to consider other people's perspective. Try to plan extra time for traffic delays, for any kind of emails and the internet and things like that, like delays, things just not uploading fast enough, or, having issues with your Wi-Fi and so on and so forth, okay? Those are like the typical themes for Mercury retrograde. It doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Exes do tend to come back because of the fact that we are revisiting, reassessing during Mercury retrograde, because it's our thoughts, right? And so a lot of the times people will impulsively reach out. So try to check your impulsivity. And, you can also use the Mercury retrograde as a time to mend fences with people, and to try to, forgive somebody and really revisit the past. But understand that sometimes, if the issues are still there, if somebody still has insecurities, or there's still a lack of forgiveness, Mercury retrograde can kind of, misconstrue things, and, you can end up with another set of miscommunication and misunderstandings on your hands. So anyway, I went ahead and I pulled your oracle messages today, because my readings have been getting over 20 minutes long, and I'm like, does anybody really want a daily reading that long? I don't know. So let's cut your tarot deck here. You have Harmony, which I think is really sort of perfect for everything that I just said for Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. You have the number 7, the number 9, that's 27, so that equals 9. So 9s could be of importance to you. Sorry, my dog is huffing at me. Neptune and Leo. So you could have strong Neptunian Pisces energy in your chart, or Leo, or you could be dealing with somebody who is. You also have manifesting. I was called to do career and finances today, and love and relationships. In the open, truths revealed. My friend Heidi makes this deck. It is down in the link in the caption below. Okay, let's see. You have the Queen of Wands. Woo! Here she is. Here she is. She came out yesterday for us, and the day before. I love the Queen of Wands and the Devil. Mercury retrograde. Oh, shit. Well, okay. Let's see how this plays out. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. My friends, my friends, my friends. All right. So, like I said, miscommunication, misunderstandings, it can create some stuck thinking. Additionally, though, I do see, you see how one person, there could be two people who are bound to each other, okay? Because, you see this, they're on the other side of the Devil. One person is in their power, gender non-specific. The other person is stuck in their thoughts, okay? Now, when somebody is thinking about you quite a bit, if you are connected via a soul contract, you can typically feel them, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune here, this likely is a soul contract, especially with that Devil. The Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and truths revealed. Let's look at that. What's under the Ace of Wands? King of Swords, yeah. The Death card, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody that you are not speaking to. There could be some just cold, hard, stagnant, stalemate energy between you and this person. Let's see how this goes. Somebody wants harmony. I see that. Somebody wants it. Okay. Let's clarify here. What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? It says you have all the tools you need to increase your income. Oh, also Jupiter entered Aries today. So that could also, here's the Empress. That could also have something to do with this manifestation energy, right? Because Jupiter is growth, expansion. Jupiter is the benefic planet. It's the planet of blessings and abundance, right? Empress is literally abundance. So you could be manifesting that today. Oh yeah, and prosperity was on the bottom of the deck with your oracle messages. And so this morning for me specifically, like I've been manifesting the exact same things for several months now. And because I really did ask myself, like, what do I really need? Like, what do I actually like need, right? And I've just been consistently doing that. But so this morning with the Jupiter in Aries, I wrote down in my journal, like I just reiterated those things, right? So this can have to do with your home life. You could be manifesting a child, honestly. Your home life, your financial abundance, having loving, caring people in your life, good relationships, life partner with that Empress energy. These could be things that you're manifesting right now. What's the Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands, the Emperor. Oh my gosh, this Queen of Wands is in their power. Dang. Page of Coins and the Eight of Pentacles. I'm telling you, there's some kind of communication that's happening. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be somebody from the past. This could be somebody who's in your life, honestly. I just want to say that. Who, like, look, I'm looking down at this Truths Revealed energy. I'm getting the sense because you have a masculine and feminine energy, gender non-specific, okay, that there is some sort of communication that happens here that looks very much like this harmony energy, like trying to do things different because some very valuable lessons have been learned. Yeah, Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That's the card of like feel good messages, apologies, crushes, I like you, you know, honest, just being honest. But you know, it can be somebody from the past with the Judgment, because that is the card of second chances. That's the card of coming back from the dead. And you remember over here we had between the King and the Queen of Swords is the Death card and the Ace of Wands. That's new life, right? I was going to say something else, but I'm not, because I was like, look, because the Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion. And that looks like growth and expansion, if you know what I mean. I'm going to leave it at that. So I feel like somebody could have a really strong attraction, that Devil card, and it could be very tempting. Could be very tempting. Tell me about the Devil card. But you may need to be strong. You know, keep yourself in check. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. The Hanged Man. Tell me a little bit more about the Devil. The Hermit. One more card on the Devil. Yeah. Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is somebody you've been in separation with. I just have to say it. Six of Cups is here. Six of Cups is like, you know, this is your soul ties. This could be childhood friends. This could be somebody you've known from past lives. This could be somebody you've known a long time. This could be somebody you have fond memories with. Doesn't always have to be the past. It could just be somebody you've known for a while, right? But I do feel like there's some sort of stagnancy between the two of you, because this Hermit and Hanged Man. And this could be because somebody in this connection really didn't understand the other person's perspective. And sometimes, I'm telling you, the universe will put you in this energy, people who very like firmly will stick to their own perspective. And there will be this radio silence between two people because one person needs to seriously take an honest look at themselves and think about situations objectively and try to understand somebody else's viewpoint. And this, sometimes I see it all the time as a tarot reader. People will stay in this energy forever. They won't do anything. But with the Full card here, I do feel like I'm looking at the Uranus. I do feel like it's sort of unexpected that this person decides to. I'm also looking down at this little kitten playing with that butterfly, which butterflies are a sign of transformation and change. And a rainbow for me is very much harmony, it's unity, it's understanding. It seems to be going in a circular motion. And that kitten is very much new life. It's playfulness, you know, it's bringing back the vitality and the innocence to a connection. But it's tempting because of the Devil card. You seem to be bound to each other for some reason, and it could be due to somebody's toxic patterns. We will clarify. Yeah, somebody in this situation is a very wounded person, and hurt people. 8 of Swords. They get very stuck in their head, and I'm telling you, they don't know how to see how their behavior affects somebody else. Like, they don't understand like the consequences of their actions. And there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain in this connection. A lot. Okay. Especially with that 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Tell me about the 8 of Swords. Y'all, yep, I knew it was. 7 of Swords. That's somebody who escapes accountability. And why do they escape accountability? Because they get stuck in their head. Because they sincerely cannot see how their actions affect another person. They sincerely cannot see themselves enough to know that, like, they're not being honest, they're not being true, and that a lot of the times they are the problem. That they are the ones that are keeping the situation stuck because they're not growing. The Chariot card, though, I mean, to me, the Chariot card is somebody who has been waking up, or who has woken up, and they are moving towards that divine light. They are being guided by the light. I'm also getting like an ancestral energy from this. Ancestral wisdom. And that could be looking around at the relationships of the family members before you and going, yeah, I just don't want to do it the way that they did it, you know? So there could be a level of accountability that is being realized here, and that's why there's this desire to start over. Tell me more about the 8 of Swords. The Judgment card. This person is waking up. But it's a slow process, you know, just because you start to wake up to your own behavior and you start to move in a more divine way, in a more connected way. The Chariot for me a lot of the times is like namaste. It is the divine in me recognizes the divine in you, right? That is when both people are in their Chariot energy, they are very much in their authentic version of their self, and they can meet each other in that way. And that's what I was talking about yesterday, about how, like, sometimes sometimes people have to lose everything to hit that rock bottom, to learn to take an honest look at themselves. And when people become more authentic in themselves, they are able to recognize other people, and they're able to connect with other people in a more authentic way. And that's why I love it when 2 people are in the Chariot energy, because that's being authentic to me. Well, these are poking out of the deck. The 7 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. But there's been a lot of conflict in this connection. There has been a lot of conflict. 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands to me can be a vision for the future. It can also be about something that's been a long time coming. Because awakenings don't always happen overnight. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. For some people they do, really. But sometimes it's like it's sort of like a slow burn, you know, like it's little bit by little bit people start to realize like the way that they operate in the world is not conducive to a healthy relationship, you know? And this could be both people because that devil card is there. But I also kind of feel like one person is ahead of the game. I really do. Because one person shows up in a more powerful... the Queen of Wands is somebody who is in her power. And you really can't be in your power unless you've called your power back from all the things that took your power, that you gave your power to. And when you give your power away, you're not in the most authentic version of yourself at all, because you are giving yourself over to other people, hoping, or situations, hoping that you will receive the validation that's going to fulfill that sense of worth or value that you're looking for, that you don't already have within yourself. And it's like a bottomless pit, because nothing can really give you that. Like nothing can ever really meet that. Even if somebody comes back and chooses you, it will never really satisfy that void, right? The Queen of Wands is somebody who's mastered that, who has learned to find her own sunshine, like her own sunshine, her own happiness with that sunflower. Sunflowers, and y'all, oh my God, this is crazy. I didn't even realize this. I just set this down and I looked. The Queen of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Anyway, sunflowers face the sun and let the shadows fall behind them. And I feel like the shadows, see, her familiar is the cat. It's no longer like ruling her. It's there. The shadow will always be there, but it's not in her body. It doesn't rule her. If that makes any sense. It's almost like the shadow stays in the subconscious where it's supposed to, rather than continuously manifesting in one's life. Versus this other person who's still very much in the shadow and gets stuck there. And I do feel like they're waking up, but like I said, I feel like it could be more of a slow burn with this card. So don't expect much. Like if this person reaches out to you, don't expect much. Like really don't. Because I don't know if they're ready for that. What is that Wheel of Fortune for? The Strength card. Yeah, because look, things take time. They do. Sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're fast, and only the Wheel of Fortune really knows that. Only the universe really knows that. Yeah, you got quite a bit of Leo energy I'm starting to see that's coming out. Knight of Cups. There is a desire for a connection, a romantic connection, but please understand the Knight of Cups is not somebody who is emotionally evolved or mature or even emotionally intelligent. So there is a connection. It could be sweet, it could be romantic, it can also be a lot of pillow talk. So be very careful. Because I feel like this person wants to reveal some truths, but I also feel like they're not fully ready. Okay? They're not fully ready. But you have Path to Love on the bottom of the deck. So this could be the beginning stages of falling in love. If this is a current situation and it's not a past situation, you can have somebody who really gets stuck in their head. Like they become very anxious. There could be a lot of attraction in this connection. And one is very powerful. One is, very much just confident and self-assured. And the other one is just like, could be creating all kinds of scenarios in one's head. And wanting to run away, but simultaneously not wanting to. Like, to me, this is very much like push-pull. Like, you see how they're going in different directions. Like the Seven of Swords wants to run away. The Chariot card, wants to move forward. Not necessarily run away, but move forward. And I feel like the Judgment card is, realizing the efforts that need to be made in order to help this situation to move forward, or to help oneself to allow things to move forward, okay? So I do want to say that if you're dealing with like a current situation, I'm sorry, past energy is just going to come out, loves. That's just the way it's going to be. Give me one more card. You have settling on the bottom of the deck here for money and career and finances. And so you have manifesting and settling. And I feel like the devil energy for you could be, you know, the restrictions that kind of keep you, excuse me, that kind of keep you stuck in a situation that just does not bring you any sort of joy or satisfaction. And that's why it's necessary to take your power back. That's why it's really necessary to ask yourself, what am I cultivating in my life? Am I cultivating and feeding into a system that brings me misery, or am I cultivating and feeding into a system that brings me harmony and joy? You know, because ultimately we do have the choice, even if it's just a perspective shift. Okay, it doesn't always mean we change a job. Sometimes it really is just a perspective shift. I kid you not. Okay, I just cut to celebrate, and I saw say yes to the things you think you can't do, and I feel like that's the message. But I'm going to cut it one more time. Voice. Get your message heard and get noticed. You have much to share with the world. Consider careers in radio, public relations, or anything in communications. The only thing holding you back is your inability to speak your truth. Sometimes that's it. Sometimes it really is like, how are you keeping yourself stuck in the devil and the 8 of Swords? Are you not allowing yourself to put yourself further out there or out there at all? Are you not embracing your Queen of Wands energy? I use a lot of cards. I'm sorry, but I love cards. I don't know what else to say. So are you not embracing this energy? You know, are you holding yourself back? Are you holding yourself back? So anyway, this to me looks very much like putting yourself out there. And when you do, you're going to be pleasantly surprised that things actually unfold for you. So don't settle. You know, really get with yourself and start asking yourself, what am I manifesting here? You know, how could I shift my mindset around my current circumstances? How can I cultivate harmony in my life in terms of my career and finances and in my relationships? Because ultimately, with these 2 cards, these 3 cards, you have the power. You just have the power. You have the Empress, the Queen of Wands, and the Manifesting card. You have the power to turn things around in your life. So what's stopping you? And that can be your Mercury retrograde reflection message in your journal. What is stopping me? And a lot of the times I'm going to tell you it's your fear. Always. Tenfold. That's it. That's it. It's always the fear. But it expands on that, because the fear is like it's like a virus, right? It gets in there and it spreads, you know, or it's like a cancer. And I just picked up this deck and the luck card fell out. So, I mean, ask yourself, what is keeping you from embracing this, the good fortune in your life? Because with that Wheel of Fortune and this luck card, it's like it's there. It's in the energy. Sometimes you just got to allow yourself to embrace it. And that can be for you, or that can be somebody who's dealing with you, who is struggling to embrace the good fortune in this connection because of their own mentality, right? Their own stuckness. So do take what resonates, and I hope that you have a lovely day. Oh my gosh, it's 23 minutes. I can't seem to get these below 20 minutes. Anyway, so if you liked this, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate it. And I'm doing my live readings on Instagram at 12 on Central Time. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then 6 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And to book a session, I'm only accepting sessions on Mondays and Fridays, and you can click the link down below in the caption box to book with me. Okay, thank you so much, and have a lovely day. Bye.